It was a commemoration of the additional class. In the mid-year of 2024, the Chandra X-ray Telescope celebrated its 25th birthday. What's more, NASA released 25 of the most amazing pictures ever taken by this telescope. Chandra is certainly one of the most remarkable telescopes we humans have placed directly in space. The X-ray telescope captures far-off worlds, infinite nebulae, and the remnants of huge cosmic explosion blasts. Let us venture together through the captivating surge of this universe of pictures. What Chandra has given us in 25 years of work is truly fantastic. All the pictures show us the extravagance of the universe in magnificence never seen before. ARP 220. We start this bright journey through the universe with one of the most brilliant worlds we know. ARP 220 is an ultraluminous infrared galaxy and was formed by the impact of two galaxies. The collision set off intense star development. The two galaxies continued to grow during their vast marriage. This impact also produced a tremendous amount of gas and dust that blocks the galaxy's light. Despite the blockage, many researchers were able to locate over 200 giant star clusters in the world ARP 220, whose environment is described by extreme conditions. This galaxy is also one of the most powerful radio sources overhead and provides astronomers with insights into the development and behavior of galaxy centers during crashes. Pillars of creation. The Chandra X-ray Observatory's mission began in 1999, and its Pillars of Creation was among the first pictures. This iconic structure in the Eagle Nebula was first seen by the Hubble Space Telescope. The pillar-shaped structures consist of thick, cold clouds of dust and gas in which an extraordinary number of new stars are formed. The pillars owe their shape to the UV light of the young hot stars, which is scattered by the surrounding gas. Thus, the light emitted amazingly shows the dynamic cycles of star formation. NGC 3532. The open star cluster NGC 3532 is also called the wishbone cluster or football cluster by scientists. It is located around 1,300 light-years away in the constellation Carina. It's a young star cluster around 300 million years old, containing many dazzling blue and yellow stars. This cluster is especially famous with amateur astronomers since it's visible to the unaided eye with relatively simple telescopes in an unimpeded view. NGC 3532 was also the first object captured by the Hubble Space Telescope after its launch in 1990. NGC 6872. Let's venture out further to the constellation of the Peacock. There, we find one of the largest known galaxies, with a width of over 500,000 light-years. NGC 6872 isn't just stunningly huge but also curiously shaped. It is incredibly bent, and this shape is most likely caused by interactions with the nearby companion galaxy IC 4970. The gravitational forces acting on the approach of the two galaxies have stretched and twisted the spiral arms of NGC 6872. Considering these bright pictures, the question arises repeatedly, is the universe really so bright? Officially, the colors are made by the use of filters, but variety also occurs naturally. Gases often form the colors, green, red, yellow, or, in this case, a radiant pink and maroon, under certain filters. NGC 1850. NGC 1850 is a remarkable globular cluster in the Large Magellanic Cloud, which forms our Milky Way's satellite galaxy. The cluster is located at least 160,000 light-years from the outer regions of the Milky Way. Why is this unusual? The cluster contains young stars, which is rare for globular clusters. Astronomers suspect that the cluster was formed by a massive burst of star development. The Crab Nebula. The Crab Nebula is the remnant of a cosmic explosion observed by Chinese astronomers in 1050, located in the constellation Taurus. The nebula consists of a complex structure of gas and dust, and it is still expanding, moving at around 1,500 kilometers per second. At the center of the nebula is the Crab Pulsar, a neutron star that spins very quickly and produces high-energy radiation in the process. The Crab Nebula is a significant hotspot for research on pulsars and the physics of cosmic explosion remnants. MSH 15-52. MSH 15-52 is also a cosmic explosion remnant, But this time we are in the constellation Norma. At the center of the cloud is a high-energy pulsar called PSRB 509D58. This object is known to be one of the most powerful X-ray sources overhead and is often studied by NASA satellites. Cosmic explosion remnants and pulsars are true treasures for researchers. EL 2125. Let's continue our awesome journey through the universe and head to the constellation Ursa Major. EL 2125 is a massive galaxy cluster around 3 billion light-years away. It contains many galaxies in an especially dense intergalactic environment. Chandra, with its special X-ray technology, can radiate through this thick environment to show us the galaxy cluster in all its grandeur. The cluster is an important observation site for astrophysicists since various galaxy collisions take place here, continually changing the structure of the cluster. Virgo Cluster. Galaxy clusters are among the most majestic structures in the universe. They unite hundreds to thousands of galaxies in a grandiose dance. The Virgo Cluster is the nearest large galaxy cluster to the Milky Way and is located in the constellation Virgo. It contains around 1,300 to 2,000 galaxies, with a particularly large number of brilliant elliptical and spiral galaxies. The Virgo cluster also impacts the development of galaxies in our region through its gravitational force and plays a significant role in investigation into the mass distribution in the whole known universe. NGC 3324. NGC 3324, also known as the Gabriela Mistral Cloud, is an emission nebula in the constellation Carina. The cloud is shaped by radiation from hot, young stars and is illuminated in an entrancing manner. This site of intense star formation shows a nearly human and feminine profile, which gave it its name. NGC 3324 is of particular interest to astronomers because it shows stars at various stages of development. Snake Nebula. The Snake Nebula, or Snake Cloud, lies in the constellation Ophiuchus and is a dark shadow of thick dust and gas. It blocks the light of the stars behind it and has a striking shape suggestive of a snake. It contains various young protostars that are currently at the very start of their development. This dark cloud is an ideal example of how gravity and gas density work together to initiate star formation processes. SN 1987A. The cosmic explosion SN 1987A is the closest and most brilliant supernova explosion of modern times and was discovered in the Large Magellanic Cloud in 1987. This event marked the first time that researchers had observed a supernova in detail at all stages, and its evolution will continue for thousands of years. SN 1987A also led to the discovery of neutrinos being produced during a supernova. These ghostly particles are seen everywhere in the universe and are considered a kind of universal messenger. Neutrinos easily pass through thin structures of matter and were even used, for example, to examine the pyramids of Giza in an entirely new way. WR24. WR24 is a Wolf-Rayet star in the constellation Sagitta and about 15,000 light-years from us. These stars are among the most extreme and hottest stars in the universe and lose mass rapidly due to strong stellar winds. The star is surrounded by a gas cloud called M1-67, which was formed by these intense stellar winds. WR24 is especially interesting because it will likely explode a supern. 21.59 is a cosmic explosion remainder situated in the group of stars Scorpius and is especially splendid in the X-ray range. So, for Chandra, this object was an exceptional treat, and we are eager to get details from another cosmic explosion at the center of this remainder. Scientists found a neutron star emitting high-energy particles and surrounding a shell of charged gas. The cosmic center of the Milky Way is about 26,000 light-years from Earth, and it's an extremely dynamic region. The real center is a very large black hole called Sagittarius A*, compared to other cosmic centers. The black hole at our center is still quiet and pensive. Sagittarius A* scarcely consumes matter and gives our home world a wonderful, quiet, and stable shape. Concentrating on this center helps space experts understand how black holes and cosmic centers function and connect with each other. HB5. With HB5, we have another brilliant cloud in the star grouping Aquila. The cloud is known for its complicated structure and radiant blue and green colors. In this case, the colors are formed by ionized oxygen and nitrogen gas. At the center of the cloud is a dying star that is now launching its outer layers. Thanks to pictures of HB5, we have significant information about the last phases of the development of Sun-like stars. NGC 7469. The twisting shape is by far the most common shape for galaxies in the universe. NGC 7469 is an especially dynamic spiral galaxy, around 200 million light-years away in the constellation Pegasus. It's renowned for its brilliant center, which appears pink in Chandra's pictures with a yellowish center. At the center of NGC 7469 is an especially brilliant quasar. These very large black holes are surrounded by lots of hot gas, which shines brightly in pictures. NGC 1365. NGC 1365 is a great barred spiral galaxy in the constellation Fornax, about 56 million light-years away. This galaxy is famous for its distinctive bar that extends across the middle. Thanks to pictures from Chandra, analysts have been able to find various regions of intense star formation in NGC 1365, and this galaxy also contains a supermassive black hole at its center. Orion Cloud. Any individual who loves stargazing is sure to be familiar with the Orion Cloud, otherwise known as M42. Seen from our perspective, this is the brightest and most notable emission nebula, and it is situated about 1,344 light-years away in the Orion constellation. The cloud is a tremendous star formation area containing various youthful stars, protostars, and gas clouds. For researchers, this colossal heavenly nursery is an optimal research center for studying the processes that lead to the development of new stars and planetary systems. The eye galaxies. The galaxies NGC 4435 and NGC 4438 are called the eyes because they appear to be a pair of eyes when observed through a telescope. The pair is found in the Virgo galaxy cluster, and these galaxies show interesting connections that distort gas and dust structures in a unique way. Consequently, they are incredibly intriguing. NGC 7469. Again, this galaxy also shows a beautiful twisting shape. This especially dynamic galaxy, situated around 200 million light-years away, shines in the constellation Pegasus. It's home to an active cosmic center containing a very massive black hole. The black hole draws in material from its surroundings, creating strong X-ray and UV radiation. As a result, NGC 7469 is one of the brightest light sources in the night sky. Another astonishing feature of this galaxy is the heavenly ring around its center. Copia. This is another brilliant cosmic explosion remainder that detonated around 300 years ago in the constellation Copia. This pale blue, glowing celestial remainder is also one of the brightest radio sources in the sky, even today, made of hot gas, EX groups, and agreements, making it one of the most exciting galactic observation sites in the universe. Cat's Paw Cloud. It is quite amazing how often scientists see specific similarities between cosmic phenomena and natural shapes or characters. In this case, one scientist unexpectedly thought about a cat's soft paw, and thus the emission cloud NGC 6334 was given the name Cat's Paw Cloud. It's one of the most dynamic star-forming regions in our own galaxy. If you want to observe the cloud with an amateur telescope, you need to search in the direction of the constellation Scorpius. The radiation from the young stars continually forms and changes the cloud structures, making the cloud one of the most popular research objects. Centaurus A, also known as NGC 5128, is one of the most powerful radio sources in the known universe. This galaxy has a striking dust ring and an active cosmic core that is home to a supermassive black hole. This astronomical marvel can be seen around 13 million light-years away in the Centaurus constellation. Max J35. In this picture, you are looking directly at a gravitational lens. Max J0035, also known as Max J354630,